When you think of British Columbia, the rugged landscape may well be what first springs to mind. And after all, that's what initially drew people to the place. The fish in the forests that had provided a living for the Aboriginals for thousands of years, and also the minerals, including the Fraser Valley Gold Rush in 1858. And if you ask people in the cities what they did, well, of course, it's completely different here. We can fish. We cut logs into timber, we refine minerals. And the population profile, other than the Aboriginals who were tragically decimated by European diseases, very much fit that kind of frontier image. Around the turn of the 19th to 20th century, say about half the population was under 30 and about 2/3 of them were men. Which is the joke they tell about women in Alaska. If you're single, you know, the odds are good, but the goods are kind of odd. And as the province developed, becoming third largest in population by the middle of the 20th century and fourth largest in terms of GDP, it was for a long time resource-based. But if that's still how you think about British Columbia today, well, you're behind the times. I mean, sure, resources are still important. Extracting and processing them is around 8% of the British Columbia economy. But 13% is manufacturing in non-resource areas, things like electronics. And if you're wondering how I only got to just over 20%, it's simple. The rest, almost 80% of the economy, is services. You know, things like insurance, transportation, telecommunications, and, I'm sorry to say, of course, government. And if you look at where things are produced in BC, you see a pattern that fits that profile. Something like 80% of the economy and the population is now in major cities, especially Vancouver, and then on the southern part of Vancouver Island, Victoria and its surroundings. That's where the people are now, including these blossoming suburbs of new immigrants to the country from Asia. BC has changed a great deal. Although, of course, with the growing importance of the environment, both the tourism industry, alternate energy, and people wanting to move back to the land or at least retire to it, all that wilderness, it might not just be BC's past, it might also be its future.